Eno Extreme Media UJ. Subscribe for all updates.
Honorable Speaker, Honorable Speaker, the motion I had earlier requested to move is under Rule 66. You know, there are many rules that are available that will need to be withdrawn. And say an adjournment motion, Madam Speaker, to discuss a matter of urgent public importance. I had stated the matter, the ongoing almost countrywide demolition, violence of kiosks and structures. Madam Speaker, as I said earlier, you may have seen images of traders crying. In some areas, like in Chile, they have given a one-day notice, and the following day they are demolishing people's businesses. So, Madam Speaker, that's the motion that I am seeking to move for Parliament to first set aside the business we are transacting to deal with this matter that is causing a lot of cries in the country, countrywide.
Honourable Member, you're saying it is countrywide. What I'm saying is in the urban areas, and what is being done is a trade order. But for me, I've not seen it in Bukede. So when you say it is countrywide, what we can do, we can put it on the next sitting. We debate that issue, we discuss it. But before we debate it, we will ask the minister to come with a report. We will not adjourn the House. We will not adjourn anything. Let's continue with the work, the proceedings as it is, but we'll set a date. The next sitting, Mr. Kema, put it on the order paper. The minister must bring a report to that effect.
Thank you very much, Madam Speaker. The reason I am using Rule 66, by the time you put it on the order paper, people's structures will not be returned. People are crying. People are crying. They may not be crying in Bukedia, but I have seen here those who are crying for cattle are also crying. These ones are crying for businesses that are being demolished. They can't pay school fees. And the rules say this matter should be debated today, not at the next sitting. That's what the rules say.
Honourable Member, as an area member of Parliament, get in touch with the minister directly. We will not stop work in the House because there are so many things. Well, next item.
Right, Honourable Speaker, Honourable colleagues, if you allow me to study this matter, render a written opinion, confer with the CTC at Arusha, and understand what the issue is from their perspective, then we can render the necessary guidance. Right now, you have a letter that the EALA has given, and I'm sure the Parliament is well within its right to proceed with that. And guide them, because we think there is a misinterpretation of the law in that regard.
I think we really are just trying to draw this House to not find ourselves running into a legal brick wall. So I actually do concur with the Attorney General, because our colleagues, the two colleagues who are current members of EALA and have now been elected to the 12th Parliament, are not MPs yet until they do swearing. Because what happens if, for example, God forbid, okay, let me use a lighter one. If, for example, court decides to throw one of them out before they swear in, somebody petitions and the matter is heard summarily, and no, the God forbid was for something worse. So I decided to use a lighter one to say if any of these is thrown out, and so they don't get to swear in, they will not have become members, of Parliament. So it's very important that we are careful with the law. These colleagues will become MPs after they have sworn in. But also, Right Honourable Speaker, I have seen a communication by the CTC, the clerk to the community, which is actually disagreeing with the communication of the Speaker of EALA. The clerk to the community is saying these two members have not yet become members of Parliament of a partner state. Why? Because the swearing in has not happened. So there is quibbling now between the Speaker of EALA, the clerk to the community, and then there is us here proceeding with these matters. So I think we need to just wait it out a little bit and not be in a hurry, so that we are on the right side of the law. Madam Speaker, the other issue tethered to that as well, you did mention that only colleagues belonging to the NRM can be nominated.
I did not say only colleagues belonging to the NRM will be nominated. I emphasized that the colleagues that lost are NRM. I am an authority in that.
And I don't doubt that you're the Speaker of Parliament.
No, I am saying I am an authority because I took Parliament to court.
No, actually, the ruling is the authority. But Right Honourable Speaker, here is the issue.
The ruling is the authority,
agree, you're the one
but
who...
I am the one who took it.
Yes, and the ruling that was given becomes the authority. Here is the thing though, Right Honourable Speaker. So, you know that the rules were altered. Previously, the opposition had slots. There were 2 slots. So the NRM colleagues would choose their 7, and then the opposition would choose the 2. So the rules were altered. Now what happens is generic voting. So it's very possible for the opposition to actually have no representation at EALA. Or like is the current state to have just one, who we are also not too sure whether he is with us or with the colleagues on the NRM side. But that's for another day. The point is, somebody says we'll do a DNA. The point is, he is just one. Previously there were 2. If he had not gotten the threshold of the votes that would enable him fall within the 9, there's a very possible situation that we can have only NRM colleagues representing us at EALA. That's a problem, because now the slots that previously belonged to the opposition were taken away. So if now you have the voting as it happens, and our colleagues say, no, we should send just the NRM people, after all we have the numbers, so the opposition doesn't get to be left out. I would like to urge this Parliament to address that matter too, because it's important. In fact, in the past we were saying only 2, that's too little, but now that was taken away as well. We are all here, and the same way we are all here, it's important that all our voices are represented at the East African Legislative Assembly.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Members, this is not a matter. Before we get an opinion or before we get a letter, there are only 2 things that can stop us from having the election. A contrary letter from EALA or a court order. But for now, we are proceeding. Honorable members, this afternoon we will have Easter carols and the whole community service officiated by His Grace the Archbishop of Church of Uganda, the Most Reverend Dr. Sam. And it will be in our main hall.
I thought, if you allow me, to use the window of responding to your communication. There is an ongoing demolition under the name of trade order throughout the country. You may have seen images of women crying and young people. The National Planning Authority, Madam Speaker, puts the figure of the working population at 15.8 million. 13.3 are in the informal sector. With this good government that is giving people PDM,
There's a procedure.
Madam Speaker, with due respect to my honorable colleague, the matter he's trying to raise is not in any way part of your communication. We are not in the matters of national importance. So I'm wondering under which procedure is he trying to sneak in the matter that he's raising now of traders. Thank you very much.
Was it part of the communication?
Madam Speaker, the rules are vast. If you have read one...
Honorable Ssemuju.
Yes.
We are going to go into matters of national importance. I was still waiting for a reaction on matters that I have raised.
Speaker.
I am still ruling. I was still waiting for matters arising out of my communication. Now that there are no matters arising, I will start with the Honorable Achuti on matters of national importance.
Thank you, Right Honourable Speaker. I rise together with my colleagues from Oyam North, Kole South, Omoro County and Tochi County on a matter of national importance in regard to construction of the Kona Bohe, Kona Yeri, Chemebobi Road as part of the AFCON project. Right Honourable Speaker, in the next 1 year, Uganda will be hosting AFCON. And part of the commitments from government was on certain critical infrastructure projects. One of them was a Kibwa Stadium, which will be linked to the Gulu Airfield through the Kona Yeri, Kona Bohe, Ichemebobi Road. We are aware that the process for procurement was initiated and the contracting process also went ahead. We had approval by the Ministry of Works, clearance by the Solicitor General of the Ministry of Justice. However, the process stalled in the Ministry of Finance. We have been informed by the Ministry of Works that there has been a change in priority and this project is going to be dropped. Procurement has been done, contracting was ongoing. It is like reaching at the marriage altar. You've exchanged the vows, then you're told there is no ring to put on the finger. Right Honourable Speaker, we want to call for an urgent intervention on this matter, and we want to pray that one, the Ministry of Finance clarifies whether this project has indeed been dropped, because it was cleared by Ministry of Works, cleared by the Attorney General's office, Solicitor General's office, and now we are told at the Ministry of Finance it has been dropped, yet there was already a contractor that has been found in place. Right Honourable Speaker, I would like to give chance for information from my colleague from Oyam North, Dr. Eunice, where the road also traverses.
Thank
An
you.
Honourable Court. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr.
Thank you very much, Right Honourable Speaker. Further to that, and I would like to thank Honourable Chuti very much for elaborating in detail progress or the lack of progress on that road. Honourable Speaker, the President himself, during his recent pledge, during his recent campaign tour in Oyam North, but also in the neighboring districts in the north, pledged to have this road tarmacked as a matter of priority. We also had a number of meetings, Honourable Chuti and myself, with the Minister of Works late last year to urge our communities, both in Kole and in Oyam, and also in Tochi, to accept, to sign or to enter into an agreement with government by signing a commitment form or commitment forms to allow compensation to take place after the works have started. So it baffles me, Honourable Speaker, and the communities of Oyam and Kole, that this project, which is really important, can be left out at this critical time. So I would like the House and you, especially Honourable Speaker, to urge or to direct the committees in charge and also the ministry in charge to prioritize this in this current budgeting process. Thank you very much.
Government.
Right Honourable Speaker, since Honourable Opio alluded to the fact that the delays are being occasioned by the Ministry of Finance, Planning and Economic Development, and in the House we have Honourable Henry here, I would give that pass to him to tell us. But substantially from the point of government, that road, Aboke, Ngai, Bobby, remains an AFCON road. We have not yet made any contrary decision. We are all aware that the delays are being occasioned at the point of signing the contract between the contractor, MS Samco, and the Ministry of Works. And to some extent, that delay, as you have alluded to, the allege is being occasioned by the Minister of Finance. Maybe I invite him to tell us.
Finance, the Honorable Minister of Finance.
Thank you, Right Honourable Speaker. Right Honourable Speaker, let me check with my team to find out where the challenge is.
Okay, and you report back in 10 minutes. Honorable Kimosho. Honorable Kimosho. There's a motion.
Madam Speaker, this motion is moved under Rule 64 relating to adjournment to allow discussion of a matter of public importance. And the matter, Madam Speaker, is the ongoing demolition under the name of
Rule 64 is on withdrawal of motions. Honorable Kimosho. First get the right rule.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Honourable Speaker. Honourable Speaker. Right Honourable Speaker and Honourable colleagues, I raise on the matter of national importance about the overflooded illicit alcohol on the Ugandan market. Right Honourable Speaker and Honourable colleagues, the market is overflooded with illicit alcohol that is not approved by regulatory bodies, that is advertised as most of them are advertised as energy-giving drinks. On most of the radios, they tell men that when they drink, they will be like horses in bed, and it is becoming a public health danger, Right Honourable Speaker. And women are meant to be convinced that it enhances their marital exercising. Some women, thank you very much. Some are naturally gifted. Right Honourable Speaker, this issue has exacerbated the already worst situation of the non-communicable diseases. When you're moving around some villages, you see people's cheeks swollen, and you think they are growing in size when they are being affected by some of these drinks. You had allowed me, Right Honourable Speaker, to table some. If you accept, Right Honourable Speaker, I have some samples here.
Have you tested them?
You tested. Right Honourable Speaker, it is very difficult for anyone who has contested to say they have not tested, because sometimes it's a requirement in the field. But personally, I have not. But Right Honourable Speaker, this is a very serious matter, and if you allow me, I can table some. Right Honourable Speaker. This is called kombucha. Honorable Renos knows. This is called officer. This is called jaja. This is called torero. This is called sabura. This is called Buganda. This is called hero. This is called chituzi. This is called buwezo, from where Honorable Mr. comes from. This is called diplomat. This is called LC5. This is called Kaviditi. This is called Sanyuka. Honorable Commander wants to test Sanyuka. This is called Boda Boda. I have so many rhetorical speakers here. This is called Kwetegereza. That when you take it, you understand things better. This is Katochi. This is Buganda kombucha. This is Leo. This is Leo. This is Hanewaraj. This is Penkoni. This is Kazero. This is Club 5. This is coffee flavored vodka. This is work. And you know what they are insinuating when they say this is work? This is called Embatura. At least I was able to get these. And they don't form quota of what is on our market. Some of them have the logo, but you cannot confirm that they are certified. So, Honorable Speaker, my prayer is that Minister of Trade, procedure, right?
Yes, a procedure.
Procedure, the products, right, Honorable Speaker, the products that are being displayed here, some of them are certified by UNBS.
Yes, it is bad.
It would be, I don't know if it was possible for him to give us exactly
which type,
which one he's complaining about, and whether there is some research done to show that that is the one that is affecting Ugandans. It will be important, other than putting all of them here on the floor of Parliament.
Honorable Akol, these products are a danger to human life. Let's stop protecting, even if they have been verified. But these are a danger to human life. Unless you're one of the beneficiaries. Lope is the one on the floor. Lope is on the floor.
Right on about that.
Is it because you're tall? Lope is on the floor.
I had to extend a little bit because Honorable Akol has an interesting history in this house. And some kind of middle ground. This is a very important issue. Of course, we also have got to be careful not to be dragged to court if it is.
I wish we could hear his prayer. He had a prayer.
Maybe I can tie it in.
He did not finish his prayer. Then you tie in your prayer.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. And one of my prayers is that, Honorable Speaker, the Minister of Trade, first of all, brings a list of the certified, NBS certified products. Because when members argue that some of these have NBS logo, some are fake logos. So we need NBS to be on record on what is
UNBS.
UNBS.
Yes.
UNBS to be on record what is certified, what is of quality, but also, Right Honourable Speaker, we need to be...
And what is not of human danger.
Yes, we also need to know the ingredients of these, because they make people behave indifferent. So we need to know, we need to know, Right Honourable Speaker...
Order. Members.
And where need to be, Right Honourable, we can subject them to government analytical laboratory, especially for those that have not been approved by UNBS. But second, Right Honourable Speaker, UCC should limit the method and the way they advertise. Because when you advertise that when you take it, you can fly, that is a misleading, it's a misleading advert. When you...
Honorable members, can we have some order? And I want to tell you that the bill that we are going for, the National Drug Health Products Authority Bill.
Health drinks. And for me, that is misleading. And indeed, that is not even tested, not certified.
Thank you. There's information here.
Thank you, Right Honourable Speaker, and I want to thank my colleague, Honourable Chimosho, for raising this matter. The information which I have to give this House is that the Uganda alcohol worth around 6 trillion. So this matter is not only a danger to health, but also it is costing government a lot of money in form of taxes. So it is a lot of revenue, and therefore we need to have both the Minister of, I think it should be both the Minister of Trade,
Minister of Finance.
Okay.
Speaker, I beg to rest my case and to carry away my things.
In 2023, I was chairperson, and we discovered massive corruption therein. They certify products that do not carried within that entity. I don't know what's happening therein. I just wanted to emphasize, could be from UNBS, but then they don't meet the threshold due to the corruption that we discovered. We don't lump them together with those that don't warrant being on the market. We need to charge ministries that Ministry of Health would help to come in, because people will keep dying if we don't do it. They were in a bar somewhere, so they got blind, and they kept taking outside. Even if you switch off the lights, we shall continue taking. And then we do not, because we also don't want Parliament to be accused of frustrating certain genuine businesses out there. Local communities, the Shadow Minister for Local Government is requesting to give information.